We're at the 29th IFC. I'm speaking to Owen Watkins, who is face-to-face fundraising specialist with UNICEF. We've just finished Owen and Darryl Upsall's masterclass on face-to-face fundraising. One of the things you spoke about was the problem of lack of testing in face-to-face fundraising globally. Can you explain what you meant by that and go into that in a bit more detail?
Yeah, of course. I think if you look at the discipline that a lot of charities have had with their DM work, they've got a very good understanding of their data and how their data works. They will test against the control, and everything they do against that control will be to try and get an incremental gain on their fundraising. And my sense is that face-to-face hasn't really developed like that. A lot of it came out of the original attrition issue that came up, and people felt they had to do something. So measures were taken to improve attrition, to cut that number down, mailings were sent, telephone calls were made, and I think there's generally a dearth of side-by-side testing on those techniques to find out where the gains are being made, because clearly gains are being made, but I'm not sure that charities can always point to where those gains have come from.
So why do you think that is? I mean, it's very second nature for DM people to do split test and control tests. Why is it that face-to-face fundraisers don't do that? Have they come from a different tradition? Do they not come from the DM background? What is it that you think has led to this way of doing things?
I think there are two things probably that have led to this. I think the first is the desire to do something, to act quickly to resolve an attrition issue or what have you. I think the other thing is that the companies, and certainly talking in the UK, that set up and set about doing face-to-face fundraising were very young and perhaps did not have that background. And so when they're looking at how they're managing their programs, perhaps they're not looking at it with that discipline. Now, it's true, there are organisations that are very strong on their testing, and they do understand what they're looking at and they understand the impact of their measures, but I think they're in the minority rather than the majority of organisations.
But as you said, that some organisations are doing three things at one go and not split testing, but it is bringing attrition down and improving retention. If it's working, does it really matter that they're not split testing?
I think it does, because they might be spending money on a portion of that donor management strategy that is dead money. So why would you spend it on that part of the strategy if you could use it to recruit another 100, 200, 300 donors? Because fundamentally, they're fundraising. They're trying to raise as much money as they can for their beneficiaries. And so if they can drive efficiency in that, then why wouldn't they do it?
So what can be done to change the culture so that face-to-face becomes an instinctive, face-to-face fundraisers test instinctively the same way that direct mailers do? How do we get that culture shift to bring more testing into face-to-face fundraising?
Well, I think talking about it in masterclasses like today and yesterday is a place to start. And just generally get the discipline out there, get the understanding that whenever you're going to try a new initiative, then, ring fence some of your donors and establish what the impact actually is.
Okay, Owen, thanks very much.
Thank you.